Hi, everyone, and welcome to a Lenten Lunch. My name is Josie Badger, and I'm really excited to be able to share this with you today. Um, my message is going to start off with Remy, my little buddy here. Some of you know Remy. Remy's a French bulldog, and something about bulldogs is that they often think that they're bigger than they are. They're tenacious, and they will take on the world. And although I wish that maybe I was a little higher up than Remy, I don't think that we always are um, glorifying God in the way we think. I was thinking about the message today, which comes from John 8. And I think all of you have heard it. It's the adulterous woman. Um, and I was thinking about how different or not so different we are from the people in that story. How many times have you woken up at 3 a.m. ready to cast the first stone? How many times have you woken up in the morning ready for a fight? And I think that this story really illuminates something about the fallen human condition and what we are called to do as followers of Christ. So, first, I would like to read it for you, and then we'll go over a few other stories from the Bible that connect back to it. Jesus went to the Mount of Olives. At dawn, he appeared again in the temple courts, where all the people gathered around him, and he sat down to teach them. The teachers of the law and the Pharisees brought in a woman caught in adultery. They made her stand before the group and said to Jesus, "Teacher, this woman was caught in the act of adultery. In the law, Moses commanded us to stone such women. Now, what do you say?" They were using this question as a trap in order to have a basis for accusing him. But Jesus bent down and started to write on the ground with his finger. When they kept on questioning him, he straightened up and said to them, "Let anyone who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her." Again, he stooped down and wrote on the ground. At this, those who heard began to go away one at a time, the older ones first, until only Jesus was left with the woman still standing there. Jesus straightened up and asked her, "Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?" "No one, sir," she said. "Then neither do I condemn you," Jesus declared. "Go now and leave your life of sin." I think that some of us who have grown up in the church or been attendees for a while may even have that story almost memorized, or have used the words, "Go ahead and throw the first stone." But what does that actually mean? We can look at the context of this story and see that Jesus was already going to be teaching at the temple. And so he already had an audience there. And the fact that in Jewish law, they required at least two individuals to witness a sin happening, to accuse them and then be able to take them to receive their punishment, means to me and to a lot of scholars that likely this woman who was caught was set up as well. And likely the person that she was committing adultery with was maybe one of the individuals trying to set her up to ultimately set Jesus up. In this story, you can see how the lines of one sin leading to another can occur. You can see how setting someone up to be caught doesn't just involve one person or the sinner, but multiple people. There's a lot of debate on what was Jesus writing. I don't think that matters because I'm sure that if it mattered, it would have been included in the story. What I do think that matters was that Jesus took a moment. He took a step back from the situation. He maybe collected his thoughts. Maybe he knew what he was going to say, but he wanted a moment. We all need those moments when something irritates us, when we think that we're being set up. We all need that moment to step back and collect ourselves. We, as Christians, as followers of Christ, are called to be peacemakers. Throughout Old and New Testament, we are not only called to peace, but to be peacemakers. One of the Beatitudes is, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God." We can see it in the Lord's Prayer. We can see it in Romans, Colossians, Matthew, James, over and over, the importance of being peacemakers. I think that not only is this telling us that it's important as followers to be peacemakers, but also saying something about our human condition, that this is not something easily done. James 3:17 and 18 says, "But the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure, then peace-loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy and good fruit, impartial and sincere. Peacemakers who sow in peace reap a harvest of righteousness." This ability to bring peace, to work and pursue peace, is something we can only truly find through the Holy Spirit, through following Christ. And I think that these stories through John, Matthew, reiterate the importance of us reconsidering every time we are thinking about throwing that stone, what Christ did in this situation and how he calls us to be likewise. I hope that you have a wonderful Lent. Thank you for sharing this time with me, and have a blessed day.